Good morning, my dear students. So, in the last class, we have to discussing about the geographical terms time frame of the India. Geographical time frames of the India. So, which kind of the things the India has included by geographically, and which kind of the mountain ranges and which kind of the land, the Deccan Palace and the oceans and seas. Those things we have to discuss in the previous classes. Now we are discussing about the sources of history and their classification. The sources of history and their classification. The sources of history and their classification. Okay. See here, the sources of history and their classification is very important. And their classification. When we have to study the history, we want sources. History means the study of past events. The study of past events. Here, past it means we must have what that the sources. How can we know about the past? How we can know about the past? Know about the past. Obviously, we should study about the history. History means the study about the past events. Obviously, we know about these sources. We know it by the matters, by the sources. By the sources. Did you understand what I am telling? We need some sources. We studied it. These sources are classified into two major divisions. These sources are classified into two major divisions. Two major divisions. How many divisions are there in the sources? The two major divisions are there in the sources of the history. Sources of the history. Which are those? Which are those two divisions of the history? So, archaeological and literary. Archaeological and literary. To these major divisions of sources are, so one is archaeology. The one is archaeological sources. One is archaeological sources. Archaeological source. And another one is literary sources. Literary sources. Yeah, let us see that the two major divisions of sources classified two types. One is archaeology, archaeological sources. Then second one is literary sources. Second one is literary sources. So again we should divide it into archaeological and literary sources. Which are the things included in archaeology and which are the things included in the literary sources? Here For prehistory and proto history, we get the information for archaeological sources. Prehistory, when we have to study the about civilizations, that is prehistory and proto history, we get the information from the archaeological sources. And for the history, we need to study written sources. Literary sources, it means yes, literary source, it means by written source. So that's called written source. It means manuscripts. These are the written source. But the manuscripts is the written source. Manuscript is the written source. ಶಾಸನಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Manuscripts, it means ಶಾಸನಗಳು. Inscription, it means ಶಾಸನಗಳು. Inscriptions, manuscripts, it means the manuscript, it includes. ಈ ಮಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಚ್ಯ ವಸ್ತು ಹಿಂಗೇನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಸೊ ಮಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಶಾಸನಗಳು. ದೆನ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್, ನಾಣ್ಯಗಳು. ಸೀಲ್ಸ್, ಮುದ್ರೆಗಳು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಕಾಪರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್, ತಾಮ್ರದ ಹಸ್ತಪ್ರತಿಗಳು, ಕಾಪರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್. The monuments and accounts of the foreign travelers and the chroniclers are also important sources of information for the historians. Here, in the literary sources, we got by the information in written forms, that is called that manuscripts. The manuscripts, it's included that the inscriptions, coins, then seals, and also the one more is what is that? That are the copper plates. Then monuments and the accounts of foreign travelers. The so many of foreign travelers, they come to India and sell trade here only. It means India only. And some other kings, they provide the food and accommodations. They had come to India by the study purpose. What they had studied in India, they have right in written forms. They left those informations here only. The Indian historians, they have got lot of informations about the foreign travelers. The sources informations get by the historians. When they studied history, we must want sources. We got by the two major divisions, the archaeological sources and the literary sources. In the literary sources, we should got that the manuscripts. The manuscripts included that the inscriptions, coins, and the copper plates and seals. And one more thing is monuments. It means like your native historical monuments, the Gol Gumbaz. The Gol Gumbaz is the historical monuments. It gives a lot of information about the Adil Sahis. We got a lot of information about Adil Sahis and what are the contributions of the history and art and architecture, particularly art and architecture. That kind of the informations we got by the monuments. And coins, they should mention the years when it has this coin has ruling. Those informations got by the sources. Here, let us be discussing about the archaeological sources. Which kind of the aspects it has in the archaeological sources. archaeological source, archaeological sources. These are the sources which archaeologists carefully excavate from the place where ancient people lived. In the archaeologists excavate the place, excavate the place, excavate the places where the ancient people lived. When excavate, it means digging the soil, digging the earth, digging the earth. Excavation, ಭೂ ಉತ್ಖನನ, ಭೂ ಉತ್ಖನನ, digging the earth, ಅಗೆಯೋದು ಭೂಮಿಯನ್ನು. So when the people are the archaeologists, archaeologists, they started the excavate in the place. What they have got information, the ancient people living. The historians, they have got the informations about the ancient peoples where they are living when they started the excavating or digging the earth. When they digging the earth, they have got something, something coin, like a coin, monuments, seals, like when they are got. Those things give the informations about the ancient people. Those things give the informations about ancient people. They are direct source of history. Archaeological sources include, yes, archaeological sources include, which are those things? Monuments, comma, inscriptions, monuments, comma, inscriptions, then artifacts, and coins and seals, Yes, don't confuse. Archaeological source includes ಪ್ರಾಚ್ಯಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ವಸ್ತು ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸ್ಮಾರಕಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಶಾಸನಗಳು, ಕಲೆ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥವುಗಳು, ನಾಣ್ಯಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಮುದ್ರೆಗಳು. ಇವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಚ್ಯಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ವಸ್ತು ವಿಭಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥ ಆಕಾರಗಳು. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಮಾನ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. First we take the monuments. Okay, fine. So monuments it means buildings. Here temples, monuments includes temples. Okay, here, so the monuments includes that. The monuments it means the buildings such as the temples, ಕೋಟೆಗಳು, then the palaces, and other structures built for some special purpose that called monuments. What is the monuments? Monuments, nothing but that includes the buildings. Includes the buildings such as temple, forts, palaces. Then the structures built some special purpose are called monuments. They tell us about the period in which they were built. in which they were built, and why they are built the monuments. Monuments, it means why they are built the palaces. Why they palaces, it means they are leading the lion life in the palaces, and they had conducted some competitions, and give some had the meetings, that purpose they have built the palaces, and depends purpose they should constructed the forts. The enemies they are attacking on their kingdoms. That purpose they are protected for the enemies. They should constructing the forts, and why they are built the temples. The people they are believing the God. They are believing the God. Somebody they are worshipping the God. And whenever we have whenever we are in the trouble, they were visited and pray the God. That's purpose they had constructing the temples also. Temples. They tell us about the period. Yes, those monuments tell us about particular period when it was constructed. They have mentioned the years. On the monument. And the artistic skills of the period. So which kind of the artistic skills, ಕಲಾತ್ಮಕ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯಗಳು, the dome shaped, float shaped, this kind of the artistic skills they are adopting. We knowing about their skill. And the religion that received the protogony of the builder or ruler, how much they had believe in the God, which God they had believe in which God, and they are worshipping which God. This kind of the information we got by the monuments. And let us be discussing about the inscriptions. It means ಶಾಸನಗಳು. The writings engraved on rocks, pillars, metal plates, the clay tables, walls of temples, houses and tombs are called inscriptions. Yes, what is inscriptions? Writings engraved on rocks, pillars, metal plates, clay tables, and walls of temples, houses, and tombs are called inscription. What is inscriptions? The writings engraved on the writings engraved, it means ಕೆತ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡುವುದು, ಆ ಶಿಲೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆತ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡುವುದು, ಬರವಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವುದು. Engraved on rocks, then pillars, the metal plates, the clay tables, walls of the temples, houses and the tombs are called inscription. Isn't it? The study of person. The study of inscriptions is known epigraphy. The study of inscription is called epigraphy. called epigraphy. What is epigraphy? The study of inscription is called epigraphy. They tell us about the victories of the ruler in the battle, the donation made or ruler, or the people to temple, or the extent of kingdom, etc. So these inscriptions includes the matter. Which kind of the matter? Victories of the ruler. ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಜಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೆಲುವನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸಿದಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ, ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೆಲುವನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸಿದ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಆರ್ ರೂಲರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ಸ್, ಆ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ದತ್ತಿ ದಾನಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ. ದೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ರಾಜಧಾನಿ ವಿಸ್ತಾರ ಆಗಿದ್ದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ವಿ ಕಮ್ ಟು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಗುಪ್ತಾಸ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಅಲಹಾಬಾದ್ ಪಿಲ್ಲರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್. ಗುಪ್ತರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಇನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಗುಪ್ತಾಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಲಹಾಬಾದ್ ಪಿಲ್ಲರ್ inscription, Allahabad Stamba Shasana. It gives a lot of information about Guptas. Okay. This process in reading and understanding the script using the inscriptions is known as decipherment. Okay. So what happens? Let us go on in the next period. Artifacts, coins and seals. Okay, fine. Now you take the homework. First one, what we want for study the history. Then how many types in sources? How many types in sources? And which are those? Then third one, what is epigraphy? Yes. Please write the answers for those questions. Okay. Thank you.